Absolute discretion. Can I count on that?
Always.
Raymond Tusk. The president wants to tap him as the new VP. You and
Tap. Tap.
president wants to tap him as the new VP. You and a third of his fortune is tied up in nuclear energy. Sandcorp does not want a pro-nuclear businessman in the White House. Mark it.
Pro.
Sandcorp does not want a pro-nuclear businessman in the White House.
Mark
Tusk won't accept the nomination if he thinks his holdings are at risk. Sandcorp needs to initiate a hostile takeover.
Hostile. Hostile.
Sandcorp needs to initiate a hostile takeover.
I just didn't feel that we could work together constructively any longer. I think that's a perfectly legitimate reason.
Of course.
Legitimate. Legitimate.
That's a perfectly legitimate reason.
Of course.
Let him go. Then we need to know who got him off. If Underwood was involved, we are talking abuse of powers and corruption.
Corruption. Corruption.
We are talking abuse of powers and corruption. See if he knows anyone. Would he help us? I don't know. Maybe help out a competitor?
Competitor. Competitor.
Maybe help out a competitor?
He's a hard man to read. I did my best to probe him, but I don't think I left any wiser to which way he's leaning.
Wise. Wise.
I don't think I left any wiser to which way he's leaning. Doesn't it make sense for you to nominate someone you know so well?
I don't know him. That's why I sent you to St. Louis.
Forgive me, Mr. President. I didn't mean it that way. I meant
Forgive. Forgive.
Mr. President, I didn't mean it that way. I meant that is why I think you should make a personal overture. Invite him to the White House.
Well, I don't want to appear desperate.
I agree with
Desperate. Desperate.
I don't want to appear desperate.
I agree with
Have you noticed anything weird in here? Stuff.
Weird. Weird.
Have you noticed anything weird in here? Stuff. Have you noticed anything weird in here? Stuff moved around. Anything missing?
No.
Stuff. Stuff.
Stuff moved around. Anything missing?
No.
This is serious, Zoe. It goes way up, as high as the commissioner.
Commissioner. Commissioner.
It goes way up, as high as the commissioner.
Guard rules are not one of them. I will not place my fate solely in the hands of a middleman if I can go directly to the supplier.
Supplier. Supplier.
If I can go directly to the supplier.
Okay, well then you and I have to call escort services.
I'm willing to lend a hand, but not.
Lend. Lend.
I'm willing to lend a hand, but not.
Tell me what you were dreaming.
Oh, it's so awful, Francis.
Awful. Awful.
Oh, it's so awful, Francis. It's not him, it's the kids. I was playing with them in the backyard and
Backyard. Backyard.
I was playing with them in the backyard and and she was screaming so loud and I just kept pulling harder and harder. And then she just ripped in half.
Rip. Rip.
She just ripped in half.
Where are you? Claire is sleeping upstairs.
Upstairs. Upstairs.
Claire is sleeping upstairs.
Just want to know what for.
I don't use people unless I can throw them away afterwards. I'm trying to strengthen our partnership.
strengthen. Strengthen.
I'm trying to strengthen our partnership.
Can you talk to me about your job in general? The sorts of cases you deal with in an abstract way?
Abstract. Abstract.
The sorts of cases you deal with in an abstract way?
Can you set up a meeting for later today, yes or no?
I'm sure I can squeeze it in.
Good.
squeeze, squeeze,
I'm sure I can squeeze it in.
Good.
Heading to the White House right now.
No.
You're not headed to the White House?
Yes. The president just wants my input.
But there's
input, input,
Yes. The president just wants my input.
but there's
Is Butch here yet?
He's waiting outside.
Well, cancel the meeting. Tell him something came up. I don't
Cancel. Cancel.
cancel the meeting. Tell him something came up. I don't.
There are 3 satellite trucks on my street. I'm trapped in my own home.
Somebody.
trap, trap,
Trapped in my own home.
Somebody.
Stop hiding in my thoughts. Come out. Have the courage in death that you never had in life.
courage, courage,
Courage in death that you never had in life.
then cozy up to corporate sponsors who destroy the environment.
The things you're claiming are lies. I never mentioned your pregnancy.
pregnancy, pregnancy,
I never mentioned your pregnancy.
It seems that you have a history of axing people who disagree with you. She'll be testifying on my behalf. So will
behalf, behalf,
She'll be testifying on my behalf. So will I'm being silly.
silly, silly,
I'm being silly.
You have a nice laugh.
Really?
It's very attractive.
attractive, attractive,
Really?
It's very attractive.
Look, you need to call me the moment you know where he is.
Okay.
It's just lunch menu right now. I hope that's okay. Yeah.
menu, menu,
It's just lunch menu right now. I hope that's okay. Yeah.
No, I said everything exactly like you told me to. You really think I'd spill my guts?
Calm down.
Why didn't you
gut, gut,
really think I'd spill my guts?
Calm down.
Why didn't you?
Why did Britain go to war with China 150 years ago? I'm in no mood for riddles. Humor me a moment.
humor, humor,
Humor me a moment. Opium is bigger than opium, Frank. That was simply the excuse.
excuse, excuse,
It was simply the excuse. You can't purchase loyalty, Raymond, not the sort I have in mind. If you want to earn my loyalty,
loyalty, loyalty,
if you want to earn my loyalty, if we can agree to that, well, you're a man with imagination.
imagination, imagination,
You're a man with imagination.
Has to be something else.
The president would owe him.
But what?
oh, oh,
The president would owe him.
But what?
I'd be more than interested, sir.
Good.
And I'm extremely grateful.
grateful, grateful,
I'm extremely grateful.
The rowing machine I saw is broken.
Oh, it's my fault. The cable broke. I haven't.
fault, fault,
My fault. The cable broke. I haven't.
She knew things
Like what?
about Peter. Something to do with Kern losing the nomination.
nomination, nomination,
Something to do with Kern losing the nomination.
Want me to drive alongside you, sir?
No, you.
alongside, alongside,
Want me to drive alongside you, sir?
No, you